G'day guys, Dave Geary, MMJ Wollongong.
Hello, Daniel Hastings here as well, and welcome to the MMJ end of financial year, I suppose, cap-off, if you like, for the year.
For 2021.
Yep. David, as we say, you're titled the Stats Man for a reason, mate. What have you observed in what's been a pretty interesting financial year, to say the least? Probably the most interesting I've had in my 27 years or so.
Oh, definitely, mate. It's been a very, very strong year. Look, there's a lot of things good about Wollongong, and that's why Wollongong has stayed very, very strong. It's got a hallmark of great investments and energy around here. We've had a lot of infrastructure happening as well. We've got strong employment. So things are really happening around the Gong. And the funny thing is, a lot of people ask me, well, where's the best suburbs to buy in and around Illawarra? Now, the long and the short of it is debatable, I know it is, but the best suburbs in a recent stat they reckon showed was Mount Pleasant was one of them, actually, which was very interesting. That's a little suburb just close to the Wollongong city. Funny other things was Sanctuary Point and in the Illawarra zone. It was a very, very popular. They were rated 1 and 2 actually. Berry, Balgownie, Fig Tree, Helensburgh, Warilla and Taraji. They were actually the top ones.
Rankings.
Yeah, they were high rankings in and around the area. So that's a very, very interesting stat. The other thing that's happening around here, guys, is that people also ask us about where the average pricing is, what's happened, how things have changed from the beginning of the year right through to around now and through this COVID virus. So basically, at the moment, the average, and on an average, is about 840 is the medium sale price in and around Wollongong City. Yeah. Okay, so you'll find the 2 bedrooms are lower in the 600s, and the 4 bedrooms are up in over $1 million. Yeah, and that's easy. The medium pricing. Yeah. So it's not an average, guys. Housing was interesting as well. It's around the $550 a week as an average.
For rentals?
For rentals as well. Sorry, apologies, didn't say that. So it's been interesting. Those numbers have increased dramatically over the last 12 months. And I'm going to give you one stat, Daniel. It's a really interesting stat that I did for some people looking to sell some upmarket property in the city of Wollongong. And basically they asked me where were the changes were between 2017 and 2018 is when they bought to current, right now. Yep. And actually I went and found several properties that actually in 2017, 2018, and one example was one sold for 2.9 million and it sold for 3.5. So we're talking around a 20% increase in that time. Yeah. Pretty interesting.
It is interesting. You don't always get those examples in this short time frame like that as well.
And we had numerous examples of 2017, 2018 to just recent sales as well. Yeah. So.
And even in the last 12 months, we've seen some sales. I know a villa we sold in Gwynville was sold around about September last year. That was around about the 660, 664, I think was the figure. Right. And then we sold it on at 760 only in May. Of 2021. So just in a more, respectable sort of level, nothing too high, nothing too low. Really good indication of very recent history movements in the marketplace as well.
So a couple of other little things, guys, is as well. Another thing that people ask as well is where's the majority of people in Wollongong? You find that the majority of people in and around that 30 years age group. Yep. At our demographics, the majority are. We do have an older population as well, but that chunk of 30 to 39 is pretty well the strongest part of our marketplace, which is where everyone's moving ahead in life as well.
And we're older than that, but anyway, we won't harp on that too much. What do you see happening now though? Like there's no crystal ball available, but we've had the market that we've had for particularly this financial year, this 12-month period. It's been dramatic. What's your gut feeling?
My gut feeling is, and this is funny, when you ask 10 economists what the economy is doing, you get 10 different answers. And that's always the way. Real estate's a little bit the same. No one really 100% knows where it's going. Of course, it's governed by what's called social and political factors. So one of our social factors at the moment is the COVID virus, of course, and no one would dream in their wildest dreams that it would be like this at the moment.
Yeah, exactly right. From March last year to now, it seems worlds apart.
Yeah, they are. So, but basically, I've just noticed just lately, because clearance rates for for June this year was about 75%. It's an average over everyone. The stats are some people are saying 78, some are paying 73.
Solid.
But if you average out,
solid though, really
absolutely solid still. Yeah. That said, I have spoken to a lot of people in real estate in and out of our areas as well, asking where that's going. Yeah. And the long and the short of it is that they're finding that clearance rates starting to reduce just lately, just slightly.
Yep.
The amount of people in the marketplace looking.
That's what we're seeing, isn't it? The amount of people.
And we're seeing it locally.
Inquiries,
Yeah, locally.
Just a little bit less. Still strong, don't get me wrong, still strong. But the craziness that we saw, you know, probably very early 2021 especially, just not quite there now.
Yeah.
It's just solid without being spectacular.
Yeah, so I think probably for the June on, I think you'd have to watch this space in real estate. No one's 100% sure where it's going to go, but at the moment the market is still strong. There is now some better opportunities for buyers out there as well, isn't there?
I think hopefully that's just a sign of a bit of balance now. You know, the sellers have had a very good time of it, but buyers have had a big challenge. You know, so it's been very hard to get into the market, and we're always mindful of, you know, the younger people looking to get into the market for the first time as well. So that's challenging, but hopefully we're starting to see that little bit of balance come into the picture now.
100% agree, mate. I really do. So, all right, I think that's a wrap.
Well, appreciate your support during the year, and we look forward to seeing you in the new financial year as well.
Thank you, guys.